Several names within education that have made a tremendous difference within the career path. A prevalent name within these is Maria Montessori. Montessori spent her career supporting the belief that students learn in a way that is fundamentally different compared to how adults learn. She believed in the concept of following a child on his or her interests and building their learning from there. Yet evidence gathered and provided is supported by the editors of biography.com in their writings Maria Montessori Biography. I also gathered information from the American Montessori Society in the article History of Montessori. I retrieved the remainder of the information from Montessori Northwest within the article Inside a Montessori Classroom. Maria Montessori made a tremendous impact on how education was and will continue to be taught across the world. I will begin by giving a brief synopsis of Montessori's life and how she began to make a change within education. Second, I plan to discuss how she changed and improved teaching methods while she was alive. Finally, I will conclude with how her beliefs have changed and continue to be involved in today's education. To begin, I will first tell you the story of Maria Montessori and how she became such a prevalent name in the educational field. Maria Montessori was born to a middle-class family in Cherville, Italy, on August 31st, in 1870. Her family then moved to Rome at age 14, and she began and finished her schooling there against all social norms. Montessori began education by attending classes at a boys' institute, where she began her interest in math and science, according to the article Maria Montessori Biography, written by biography.com editors in September of 2016. She proceeded to graduate from the University of Rome in 1896, making her the first ever female doctor in Italy. Montessori decided to focus on pediatrics and psychiatry once she graduated. She remained at the University of Rome to teach children who came into the free clinics within the university. While working at the University of Rome, Montessori observed and examined intrinsic behavior present to children of difficult economic backgrounds. She then continued to become the director of the Otto Freiherr School for Developmentally Disabled Children in the 1900s, to research the development and education throughout early childhood. Secondly, we will begin to look more deeply into her studies and effect that they had on education during her lifetime. In 1906, Montessori was invited to open a child care center in a low-income part of Rome. Here, Montessori began to make a change in how any and all children were taught. It was here that she began to make a powerful movement within educational society. Montessori opened the doors of Casa dei Bambini Children's House, January 6, 1907, and was immediately tested with the children being difficult and unruly, according to the article History of Montessori, written by the American Montessori Society. Montessori quickly learned that the students best learn knowledge from their surroundings and lessons that they had personally interest in. She then designed several creative materials and environments that sparked a natural desire to learn. Montessori studies quickly turned into the Montessori method, of which other education and educators would come travel far and wide just to learn and observe her methods, to spread and share across the world, and quickly had Montessori schools on 5 continents. She observed that at a young age, students need activities that help them to understand themselves, to find their place in the world, and to blossom into working members within society. She proposed students should work and live in a community where they could engage in real-world activities such as farming or marketing their own handmade goods. By experiencing independence, students learn how society was organized and develop the skills needed to meet the world's challenges in a positive way. Finally, I will discuss how Montessori methods are taught and implemented in today's classrooms. Although she died in May of 1952, Montessori has continued to make a great impact in today's classrooms, and some of these classrooms are specifically taught through her methods. Montessori's classrooms are peaceful, happy places designed to meet the developmental needs of each child in every stage of life, according to the article Inside a Montessori Classroom, written by the editors of Montessori Northwest. The entire environment within a Montessori classroom is scaled to the size of the children to better grasp their interests. There is also no center focus point of the classroom. This is so that the students understand that they are to learn as a community and not as individuals. Within the classroom, children are taught how to regulate and participate in their own social interactions within their own comfort zone. Through role playing activities and modeling, the teachers demonstrate the best way to respond to arguments and new situations, giving the child the ability to act confidently and know how to react when an actual problem arises. The end goal for a Montessori classroom is that the children will be able to self regulate and resolve any issues or any task at their own or on their own or with their peers. I now hope that everyone has somewhat of an understanding of the impact that Maria Montessori had and continues to have within education. Montessori received an incredible education, even against all social norms within her society. She then proceeded to open her own childcare facility while studying and practicing beneficial learning methods. These methods quickly grew to take the entire world by storm and to benefit several different learning communities across the world. Over 100 years later, Montessori methods continue to run through today's classrooms to help grow students in the most beneficial way possible. Maria Montessori made a tremendous impact on how education was and will continue to be taught across the world. The work of Maria Montessori continues to show that children learn in a different way than adults and should be given the opportunity to guide their own education to an extent.